A philosopher once said, if the mountain was smooth, you couldn't climb it. And it is my pleasure now to introduce two outstanding physicians that really helped you climb that mountain, Dr. Charles Melone and Dr. Stephen Abramson. Thank you for being with us this evening.
I'm truly privileged, honored to be part of this celebration for my dear friend Byron, the magistic maestro Janis. To me, Byron is not only a universal icon in music, but also one of the most courageous, strong-willed, right, Maria? I didn't say stubborn. And motivated persons I've ever known. Arthritis, as we know, is incurable and often crippling. But for Byron, arthritis has proved just a stumbling block in his relentless pursuit of music. Nothing can stop him. He will never stop. He can't be stopped. He's an incredible man. When filming part of his life documentary in the operating room after a complex surgical procedure and in the presence of his major life support system, his lovely wife, Maria, the project manager queried me. He said, with all his pain and surgeries, how does he continue? And my answer was extremely simple. It's called passion. Real passion. And passion, Byron has two unparalleled passions, and I call them the double M's. One is music, the piano, and the other is his guardian angel, Maria. What you may not know is there is a third passion. At this point, I guess it's a closet passion. But as a child coming from the fanatical sports town of Pittsburgh, Byron always wanted to be a baseball player. And thank God, he could never throw a fastball or could never hit a curveball, and he stuck with the piano. Thank God for humanity. Byron, as you have said to me many times, you're truly my soulmate and one of my dearest friends, and I thank you for inviting me here tonight. I love you, God bless you, and thank you all.
Byron and Maria, it is really my honor to be able to join you tonight for this wonderful achievement award. I often think, and I've said before, that as a doctor you meet an occasional person in your own life's journey who teaches you things about medicine and life that you never forget. And certainly Byron and Maria taught me many things about medicine and being a physician. And among those things, which we all know, is that the medicines and the great surgeons can bring a person only part of the way. And then the other elements are critical. And the elements that we all know in Byron is certainly his courage, with which he's inspired me and many others. Those of you who've heard Byron play probably can't imagine, and perhaps you'll see in the film, what his hands actually look like, where there is fusion of the wrist and some of the fingers, and the remarkable ability to play despite these kinds of damage to the joints that are accompanied by pain. So it's not just the performance, but the many hours of practice that Byron taught me about what one can do to overcome. I've in the past compared Byron as a virtuoso to a professional athlete, and how one prepares before a big game and goes out and plays despite the pain. Of course, I've also thought that Mickey Mantle and Joe Namath can't play Chopin the way that Byron Janis can. and therefore your feats are far beyond many of these athletes. The other thing that one needs and one sees, as we'll hear, I'm sure, tonight over and over again, is the devotion of a partner in life. And clearly Maria, the inspiration, the support that she has given Byron through the years is quite remarkable. And so this is a great love story, I think, of the generation. And seeing that each time that they would come in was always very striking to me and something that I tried to bring to my own life at home. And finally, the music, and the music that Byron not only brought to others, but brought to himself in getting through many of these most difficult periods. And we heard from Dr. Bittman how important healing is with music, and I learned that as well. And from time to time, Byron would join us at NYU for a get-together of people, an event where people with arthritis would come and Byron would play. And when he would play, at the end of an event, there would be silence when you finished. People were mesmerized, and they didn't want it to end. And perhaps, as Dr. Bittman would suggest, one can see their immune systems improving, and one can see their pain lifting, as Byron brought a healing over the group that I thought was quite true and quite remarkable. So for all of that, what you've taught me personally, Byron and Maria, I thank you, and I really congratulate you on all of the major achievements and everything that you've done and contributed. And I believe I now am introducing a documentary written and produced by Peter Rosen, and will allow us all to see for ourselves the magic and miracle of Byron Janis.